Hello everybody. We're in Powell River, British Columbia. And we're going to go on the Townsite Heritage Society's Townsite Heritage Walk. We start at the former home of Dr. Henderson, which today houses the Townsite Heritage Society. Temporary shacks and tents were the usual housing in 1910 when Dr. Henderson came to Powell River. This was the first actual home completed in the town site. Beside Dr. Henderson's home, on the corner of Walnut and Buttes, is St. Luke's Hospital, now apartments buildings. Originally built by Dr. Henderson in 1913 to replace the bunkhouse hospital Dr. Henderson was first practicing in. Dr. Henderson was the first practicing physician in Powell River and implemented the first medical plan in British Columbia and all of Western Canada. $1 from each employee of the mill's paychecks was taken to cover them and their family members if they needed medical assistance while employed by the mill. This was St. Luke's Hospital. It is now a set of apartment buildings. Originally built in 1913, renovated and turned into apartment buildings in the 1950s. It was the first hospital in Powell River. This field there where some vehicles are parked, there used to be a drive-through car wash there because of the such and such that the mill produced that came down on the cars. This empty lot here is Colombian Nation's heritage lands, their traditional lands. It was where the second hospital of Powell River started. It was built My mom, my grandpa Jack Lukes were born in St. Luke's Hospital. The hospital that stood here is where my oldest brother and my two sisters were born. These are the Buttes apartments. They are Buttes Apartments, formerly known as Ocean View Apartments. This building was constructed in 1916 as accommodation for married employees of the mill company with no children. It's the only surviving building of those originally constructed by the mill. We are continuing up along Buttes, which is part of Highway 101 in truth that goes out to Lund. There are many large trees such as this one in the town site, many of them planted over 100 years ago. That's the home of the Alano Club now, but it used to be nurses' quarters when the hospital was here. Fire hall, now a recovery center. So we go up, we are now turning up Sycamore Street, and these houses here, such as this one, are some of the oldest homes in Townsite. Sorry folks, I got a little tangled up. I shouldn't have turned on Sycamore. I'm to turn on Oak Street. But before I turn up Oak, the dam is just through there that turned Powell River into a lake, Powell Lake. Prior to the dam, there was a very small lake. Now it's quite large. City Motors. In 1926, City Motors opened as a garage and car dealership in Townsite under ownership of Charlie Long. They sold Ford products until 1966. The modern building also had a 5-gallon gas pump and a 24-hour free air service. Top of that, since cars were still so new in the 1920s, salesmen often had to teach new owners how to drive. Today, City Motors is the third longest continuing running business in the Townsite, after the Mill and the Patricia Theater. Poplar Street. In 1955, the Townsite, which was Powell River Company town, amalgamated with Cranberry, Wildwood, and Westview, which were all three municipal jurisdictions, to become the District of Powell River, later the Town of Powell River, and now the City of Powell River. The residents of the Townsite didn't vote in the referendum, like all three other municipal jurisdictions did, due to the fact that they were a company's town, and the company would decide what happened. And they did. They amalgamated. On Oak Street, you can see the last remaining street that has the original trees still in place. Townsite streets are all named after trees prior to 1959. East-west streets were numbered and north-south were named. Now we're going to go up Oak Street here. And this street is the last street with its original trees on it, and they are protected, giving shade. The seasons are changing and the leaves are falling. Even back in 1939 when my mom lived on the street, there was always kids playing. About 1946, my mom went down this hill during a snowstorm on a sled. Zipped right down, and lucky to be alive because her sled went right underneath the trailer of a flat deck truck going through. Okay. Here on the corner of Oak and Ash is Henderson Park. At one time, the town's first school, Henderson School, was on this site. There is still a Henderson School in the Townsite, not that new, but they replaced the original, which was on this site, which is now a soccer field and playground for kids. It's also a doggy park. This road here that I'm crossing will take you up into Cranberry, another substation community of the city of Powell River. And just to make sure I tell you the name of the road correctly, let's walk over to the road signs. Poplar Street goes up to Cranberry, up that way across Henderson. Now let's get back over to the side of the road I was on. Those ships you can see out there through the trees, those are the hulks. Cement chips that make a breakwater for the log pond at the mill. Okay, now I'm on the corner of Sycamore and Ash, where we have two churches. St. John's United, which was built in 1913 to house Protestant dominations, known as St. John's Union Church prior to 1920. It was a United Church for 12 years before the official Canadian United Church movement of 1925. It has since been deconsecrated and is now a home for people, a private home. On this side, we have St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Church. It was built in 1916. It has since been deconsecrated and is now undergoing renovations and repairs. The person who bought it is actually wanting to turn it into an entertainment venue. As we carry on up Sycamore, you will see the beautiful St. David and St. Paul Anglican Church. Hi. This church was built in 1955 and is still in use today. Next to it is The Sycamore Commons. It's a community permaculture partnership. All are welcome, engage, experience, and enjoy. There's a labyrinth in there. Plants that are original to the area. It's a very interesting endeavor. Rest area. We're proceeding along Sycamore. And here I stand on the corner of Sycamore Street and Aspen Avenue. This used to be the end of the town. On the southeast corner stands the house which was known as the Gopher Club. It was built in 1912 as a boarding house where employees drawn from the Brooks and Scanlon operations in Minnesota, the Gopher State, would stay when they arrived in Powell River. Townsite streets are designed with house styles consistently repeated on each block. Aspen Street is the exception to this rule. All the homes north of Aspen were constructed prior to 1920, and all the homes south of Aspen were constructed primarily between 1920s and 1930s. I'm going down Aspen. Apparently there's some street called Birch that I'm to turn on, but I can't find it. But that's okay. So all these houses along that side of Aspen were built after 1930, and the ones on this side prior to. What a view. This path trail helped get the employees from the upper part of Townsite down to where they worked at the mill. That trail used to go into what was mill manager's house, now private property. As is this one. It used to be the chief superintendent's home, and this was the mill manager's home. These stairs take you all the way down past the Rod May Hotel to the White Hall. I've now turned right on Marine Avenue. That's Marine Avenue there. If you continue going south on it, you get to Westview. North on it, you'll get to Lund. After you turn on to Arbutus, and then it changes its name back to, well, it becomes Lund Highway, Highway 101. Now, next building we come to happens to be the Patricia Theater. In 1928, two houses at the corner of Marine and Ash Avenue were removed. They were removed so that a new Patricia Theater building could be built. Prior to 1928, the theater was in a tent next to the Rodmay Hotel. Patricia Theater is the oldest continuously operating cinema and vaudeville business in Canada. It was founded by Bobby Scanlon. The first Patricia Theater was located next to the Rodmay Hotel in 1913. Here it is today. Patricia Theater will reopen because of COVID and a sale. It's been down, but it will be reopening on October 1st.
I can make sure the lights are on for you if you'd like to see inside.
That